We all wear masks because we don't want to be hurt. We protect ourselves with these invisible masks that we wear. I just took this mask off, and I'm going to take off another mask of vulnerability. Allow me to share with you what I've learned and practiced and what I am in the process of becoming in 4 short weeks. 4 weeks ago, I was diagnosed with chronic lymphatic leukemia. I was shocked. After I got past the shock for a few minutes, I said to the doctor, "What are we going to do about this?" Many instructions followed, and a very strong drug called Brukinsa that targets fast-growing lymphatic cancer cells was prescribed. I got my answer, and I got to find out that I have to wear this because my immune system is going to be taken down as a result of this drug, which, by the way, I feel great. Yeah. Thank you. Believe me, I'm supposed to have so many side effects, so they say, but I'm not feeling it, and the worst part for me, here's the side effect that I can't stand. I have to stay away from all of you. I can't hug you. I'm like this. No, and that's not me, and that's hard. Okay, with all that information, I came home and decided I need to tap into my divinity. I need to become a more spiritual person. And I have a deep sense of faith that my mother instilled in me from the time I was a little girl. And that faith has come in handy in so many situations, it's unbelievable, but my gosh, this was bigger than I ever thought. After all, I'm a healthy woman. I take care of myself. Now what? Well, what popped into my mind was something that Janine, we didn't even get together. Where are you, Janine? Oh, yeah. We didn't even get together with this, but she said it. We at Unity believe that there is one presence, only one presence, one power in the universe, God the good. God is the absolute unchanging truth. Everything else is relative truth. So what's wrong with me is relative. What's wrong with any of us is relative. And this is where you and I have to deal with our human feelings, with our thoughts, and where we experience sickness, poverty, death. Boy, oh boy, I tried to go with that. I tried to let my faith sink in. Do you hear me saying try? Yeah, trying doesn't work. After all, I'm eternal. However, my ego decided to tell my faith to go on a vacation. Right? And what happened was it came up a notch, It said, "Oh, this is terrible. This is bad. Your life is over, for heaven's sakes. You're never going to be able to travel. You're never going to be able to see your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. You are really in deep trouble here." Wow. Did I ever feel sorry for myself? And then the guilt that my poor husband Gary's life has to change. He has to wear a mask, too, when he's in public. I wallowed in it for a bit. I caught myself, and in the next moment, I knew that I needed to personally transform my thinking, my feelings, and needed to become who I was. I needed to turn within. I needed to just be with this instead of up here, I needed to just be with it, to get my heart and my head in order. I needed to love myself where I am right now in the moment, scared. I needed to honor my feelings. I remembered then that, our book study is reading Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, and we read it and discuss it every week. And I'm like, well, Eileen, what do you think it's saying? You need to be in the power of now 100%. Get there. I took a few deep breaths and I settled in, and I allowed myself to be in that present moment. I needed to feel my emotions, not repress them. I cried, threw a little temper tantrum. And in that moment, I needed to open myself up to the absolute realm, to the beauty, to the divine ideas, the God mind. I needed to allow my deep, abiding faith to kick in, to surrender and let go, to be free. I needed to stop listening to that chatter in my mind and start listening to the whispers of my heart. Come on, ego. You need a new job. That's the conversation I had with that ego. You need to bring it on if it's the good stuff, because I am eternal. Come on. There's more to me than the appearance of leukemia. I am not that. It was time to cultivate balance in all of this, and I needed to acknowledge my humanity, which I did, and then affirm my divinity. It's interesting. I was reminded of the late Tina Turner, who said, "People may think life has been tough, but I think it's been a wonderful journey. The older I get, the more I realize it's not what happens, but how I deal with it." Then, after that thought, I ran to my bookshelf, and I got out Myrtle Fillmore's book entitled Healing Letters, where she cured herself of what? Tuberculosis. Janine read this a few minutes ago, but I really want to repeat it. God is the one perfect life flowing through us. God is the wisdom that gives us intelligence in every cell of our bodies, in every thought in our minds. It was time to work with the divinity within me, allowing my passion for life to kick in. As the days went by, more and more people knew about me, and there was such an outpouring of prayer. So many people holding me in God's ever-abiding love. Prayers seeing me whole and complete. I could feel it. It was palpable. And a wise man just on Friday said to me, "Have you ever heard of the most powerful daily vitamin that anyone can take for healing in body, mind, and spirit?" I guessed a few. I was wrong. He said, "No, it's the vitamin G, gratitude." I am filled with vitamin G, gratitude. I am so deeply touched by the love in this beautiful community. And guess what? It's not just me. No matter who would be standing here, no matter what's going on, I don't care if you stubbed your toe, the community would be here for you. I have to tell you this is pretty funny. My nephew is a priest in the Cleveland diocese. And he even has the bishop of the Cleveland diocese praying for me. Now, I hope it's not to bring me back, but it's for my health. That I don't know. Obviously, I've been talking about myself, but I'm talking about all of us, because we all experience challenges in our lives, challenges that they're so hard to understand, challenges that require change. Look at how fearful we become when we know that something has to change, or at least concerned, and many times just downright anxious. We must allow ourselves to feel it. But we are all riding the waves of challenge all the time. And when we do, we become great surfers because we do the next greatest thing. We welcome God on our surfboard. And when we do, we allow ourselves to be transported by the wave of change so that we can be transformed. I'm on my surfboard. I'm riding the waves with God, and I'm not afraid, and I feel great. I might have to wear a mask on the outside of me for a while, but there are no masks inside holding me back. I want Myrtle Fillmore's words to ring true with my every breath, that God is the one perfect life flowing through us. God is the wisdom that gives us intelligence in every cell of our bodies, in every thought in our minds. And I invite you to do the same, whatever's going on for you. I think it was Rumi that said, dig deep, you're stronger than you know. At this time in my life, personal transformation is taking place. I'm becoming conscious of how I feel, how I speak, really what I think about. And I realize I have to be in the stillness in order for that change to take place. I think I covered what I wanted to share, what I've learned, what I'm practicing, and what I'm in the process of becoming. And this fits every one of us. I mentioned before stubbing a toe, because no matter what the challenge is, even if it is a stubbed toe, we have to make a change. We have to tape it. We have to find a shoe that we can wear. Thank God we live in Florida. We can wear sandals. It's easier. I've stubbed my toe a few times. And it's just as important that we understand that maybe the first thing that happens is we make ourselves wrong for what we did. But when we step into our divinity, wow, we're perfect. We're perfect.